I know I mentioned in the last part that it's oddly suspicious that there would be a mountaintop in the exact same shape of a shark, but and that could have just been coincidence, but how do you explain the reefs? Okay, those were supposed to be mountaintops, and you're supposed to expect me to believe that nobody could have predicted that Hyrule would have become flooded under a great sea. That can't be a coincidence, okay? Because that raises a whole lot of questions that sadly will never get answered, but that's just another fragment of my imagination. Just, this whole thing just seems like a conspiracy to me, but I won't delve too deep into it. Hey, Paisanos! This is StreamGamer23, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker! So, in the last part, we began our sweep of the 6th row down, and salvaged a treasure for Diamond Step Island, raided 5-Eye Reef, and we even conquered Shark Island's Brawlathon. So yeah, that was probably the most intense Brawlathon ever. I lost count of how many enemies I slew down there. So yeah, we had a lengthy part in part 65. Okay, so in this part, I was originally planning to move on to getting these guys, to getting to the subject of the wilted Deku trees. The tree is withering, obviously, and it also has the same face as a Hioi pear, or the Scream. So yeah, this poor little guy is trying to nurse a lost cause back to health, but it's going to need something a bit more potent than TLC.
Hello, swordsman! I haven't seen you in a while. How have you been? Huh? You say the forest trees my fellow Koraks have planted are withering? So it's true! As you can see, the forest tree I have planted is doing the same. I can't help but think that this too is the result of Ganondorf's evil plot. Could it be? Regardless, in order to bring the life back into this poor withered sapling, I will certainly need forest water. Swordsman, could you please go to the forest haven and bring back some of the water that flows around the great Deku tree? Could you sprinkle it on this tree? Please? I beg of you.
So yeah, him and the rest of his brethren have the same problem. But I think we'll save this side quest for the next parts. Okay, so it was kind of thoughtless, because, apparently, I forgot to salvage the great treasure for this quadrant, but, I'm not sure if, we have the chart for that. Do we? I think we do. Let me double check here. There's one I didn't open. Okay, so, okay, that's for 4-Eye Reef. We'll go back there at a later time, but for now, let's just focus on just going forward. Okay, so I could have sworn I had one for Shark Island. I'm not sure. Okay, it doesn't look like it. Okay, so we'll be back for Shark Island. Okay, so continue eastward. We're not going eastward, are we? Okay, so still have that scary golden mask on us. I don't know. Okay, oh, never mind. We are heading eastward. Okay, so where are we heading next? Okay, Southern Fairy Island. Okay, so that's probably Ice Ring Isle, or no, I think it's 2-Eye Reef in the second. Anyway, let's just continue eastward. Alright, the Southern Magic Conch Shell. And a major treasure off the coast. Now, I don't remember if I slew this blue choo-choo on this island. I think I was kind of in a hurry from when I came here. I think I was in too much of a hurry or something. I don't know, I could be mistaken. Yeah, I was mistaken. Never mind. It's insignificant, so let's just focus on the major stuff. Okay, so see, for Southern Fairy Islands, we have treasure chart number 4. Okay, not too far from here. Okay, so Southern. All right. Right here. Should be good. Right here. Okay, holler up. And obviously the platforms will wait for later. Let's just focus on the big stuff for now. Or the bigger stuff. This is honestly irrelevant in the grand scheme of things. Oh, well, aside from the extension to our life bar, that's very much welcome. Okay, so next. Let's see, which island is next? Ice Ring Isle. Okay, so we're going back to the Frosty Isle in the middle of nowhere. No doubt a snowy, what was once a snow-filled peak. And is still frozen, even though this is a tropical climate. But it's cartoony video game physics, so I won't question it. Okay, so we return to the island in the shape of a human ear from a bird's eye view. We've pretty much gotten our heavy metal boots and everything else relevant in this quadrant except for the major treasure. So let us see. What chart correlates to this quadrant? Let's see. Aha! Treasure chart number 17. Alright. Okay. Practically on top of it. Okay, so. You just don't mind us. We're just passing through. We'll be out of your hair in no time. We just want to get the major booty for this quadrant. And we'll be on our way. Okay, so, what is in this one? Okay, 200s. Alright, next stop, Forest Haven. So we're greeted by the dark brambles of the Forbidden Woods. Good times. I remember going in there to save my car. Good times. And behold, there's another major treasure here. Alright, good stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and haul up the major treasure for Forest Haven. And that chart would be, let's see, number 31. Okay, so right on the very southern tip, somewhat of a southern tip, we'll get another major chest. What could it be? What could it be? Whatever it is, Scooty's just beaming from ear to ear with anticipation. That's just a mask, honestly. Alright! I'll complete another heart for our life bar. Okay, so 12 more heart pieces to find, and then we'll have a completed 20 out of 20 hearts. Okay, so we could travel onward to the next quadrant, but we've already, but there is still a side quest to complete here. I was going to do that, but there is something else we can do on Windfall. since we're at the Forest Haven and we still have a Nintendo gallery to work on, there's still a couple more subjects we can take pictures of. But you may recall that there is a handful of characters that we never got the chance to take pictures of throughout this game. You might think, well, and there's podiums for them in the Nintendo gallery, so you might thinking we'll never get a chance to get figurines made of them. Wrong. Because apparently, who else on the Great Sea knows about pictography? Somebody big on Windfall. Let's go for a nightly visit and see what he can tell us about those subjects that we failed to get pictures of. Okay, so yeah, this part is basically going to be mostly devoted to the legendary pictographs. And then we'll save the wilted dagger trees for the next parts. Okay. Let's see what Lenzo is up to. Okay, so yeah, he's no longer flirting with anyone. Well, he was never flirting to begin with. He was just talking with somebody. Just she has an interest in pictography, or more specifically, just her looks. Okay, so yeah, just look at him, still bug-eyed and still wide-eyed and still as enthusiastic as ever.
Guess what, young Scooty? Today is a great day in pictography. Today marks the day long past when I, as a young lad still struggling to reach the pinnacle of pictography, received my very first legendary pictograph. A legendary pictograph is an image of a being or essence that has passed beyond the knowledge of this world. They're quite incredible, really. These are images that one comes across only in the rarest of circumstances, but as I am the leading pictographer in the land, I have managed to gather many of them. And yet, Scooty, seeing as how you are the one who has dedicated his life to the art of pictography, as I have, I am willing to pass on to you one of these treasured legendary pictographs. If you have any open pictograph slots, I will place the image in your deluxe pictograph box. Let me see it for a moment, will you?
Okay, so he's offering to trade some of his pictographs with you. Okay, so just show him your pictograph box.
I shall place this pictograph in there immediately. Now, but perhaps that would be hasty. This is, after all, a very precious thing. I cannot just give it away for free, can I? What do you say, young sir? Will you pay 50 rupees for it?
I'll pay.
Oh ho ho ho! I have received my payment, so now without delay... Okay, well, isn't this a fine pictograph?
So yeah, the King of Hyrule. So yeah, it may be in black and white, which under normal circumstances Carlov would reject, but since this is the closest we can get to actually taking a picture of the King of Hyrule, this'll suffice.
I just stick this here and...
You got one of the legendary pictographs in your deluxe Picto Box!
For me, every day is Pictography Day. I cannot wait for tomorrow to come.
Okay, so unfortunately you can't just get every single pictograph all at once. I mean, we've only got 3 slots open space.
For me, every day is Pictograph Day. I cannot wait for tomorrow to come.
So yeah. And I still need to put some decorations, but I won't bore you guys with that. Okay, so I guess we can deliver this off at the Nintendo Gallery. So yeah, let's warp back to Forest Haven. We're not going to completely finish off the Nintendo Gallery. I mean, it's still an ongoing process, but since we're in the local vicinity, we may as well just do the legendary pictographs in this part. Alright, so we show this pictograph to Carlov, even though it's in black and white. He'll still say, this is quite an inspiring motif! Hurrah! I'm filled with inspiration! Even though this breaks my rule of no black and white pictures. Okay. So, you know the drill, just wait until tomorrow. And considering the fact that a whole day goes by as we wait for the figurine to be made, we can go immediately back to Windfall and get... shoot. C button was stuck. C stick was stuck. Okay, so yeah, we can get our figurine and play the Song of Passing twice and go immediately back to Windfall and have Lenzo give us another legendary pictograph. So yeah, this part is kind of filler, so if you're not into the Nintendo Gallery, I apologize, but I won't go through each monotonous step of passing day and night, but like I keep saying, I'm a completionist, so bear with me. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, in the room with the Great Sea figurines. Which reminds me, there's actually a couple more figurines we can actually collect by ourselves. But, well, so yeah. Yeah, figurine of the King of Hyrule, but we'll read the description later. What, ho? That's not all! You get a picture of the king, you also get Zelda! The alias of Tetra. So yeah, I'm still questioning how she went from tan skin to fair skinned. But, I digress. Okay, so there was actually an opportunity for you to get Zelda in the final battle, but apparently that's not necessary anymore. Okay, so let's go back to Lenzo and ask for another pictograph. It varies from day to day, so apparently, depending on the phase of the moon, under a full moon, let's see what we get from Lenzo. Okay. Let's see what the big pictograph honcho has this time. Okay, so let's see.
Scooty, would you care for another of my legendary pictographs? Today I have prepared a pictograph of Ganondorf, the King of Evil. If you have any open pictograph slots, I will place the image in your deluxe pictograph box. Let me see it for a moment, will you?
Alright, so yeah, we get Ganondorf as well.
I shall place this pictograph in there immediately. Now. But perhaps that would be hasty. This is, after all, a very precious thing. I cannot just give it away for free, can I? What do you say, young sir? Will you pay 50 rupees for it?
Pay all the way.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. I have received my payment, so now without delay... Well, isn't this a fine pictograph?
It is indeed. It's also in black and white, but who cares? It'll suffice. I just stick this here, and... Alright, huzzah! So yeah, just rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat this process until we got them all.
For me, every day is pictography day. I cannot wait for tomorrow to come.
Alright, so, the cycle continues. Okay, so yeah, we get Ganondorf under the full moon. It's honestly kind of fitting. So, apparently, you actually get a chance to get both Ganondorf and Zelda's pictures firsthand during the final battle, but apparently we don't have to, since we've got the pictographs. Okay. Yeah. How convenient. Let us return to Forest Haven. Okay, so we got a pictograph of the great King of Evil himself. The big baddie. Whoop-de-doo, right? I don't know, maybe to you guys, but to me, this is super exciting. Okay, so deposit this black and white pictograph, and Carlov accepts it. So yeah, like I said, it was either one of two options. You could have actually taken Ganondorf's picture during the final battle, but that's no longer necessary. Alright, so let's just let time pass again. I've been doing this for God knows how many times for the other figurines, and believe me, it has been a monotonous and tedious procedure. But it's handled much better in the sequel. The remake. Yeah, that's right, the HD remake. There's no sequel to Wind Waker. Well, there technically is, if you count Phantom Hourglass. Not sure if I'll ever get to that one, but I digress. Alright, so let's see a figurine of the great King of Evil once we talk with Mr. Fruity Sculptor here. Alright, so door across the way, can't miss it. Okay, so yeah. Alright, so Ganondorf himself. We'll see him soon. But for now, let's keep those legendary pictographs coming. Okay, so alright, so we enter back into Lenzo's place.
Scooty, would you care for another of my legendary pictographs? Today I prepared a pictograph of a beautiful, great fairy.
Okay, so yeah, we know the gist. Show him our Picto Box, and he'll give us the legendary pictographs. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, just the same banter as before, so okay, so
well, isn't this a fine pictograph?
Well, it would be better in color, but sure, why not? Okay. Okay, so yeah, every day is Pictography Day. Pictograph of a great fairy, here you go! In sepia tones, I guess. Okay, so back in this room. In the room of the Great Sea. Whoa, this is... Yeah, there are 4 types, apparently, so yeah, I guess a certain type gave us rupee upgrades, another gave us bomb upgrades, another gave us arrows, and I think the green one gave us the magic meter upgrade. So yeah, not too shabby. Alright, back to Lenzo's. What do we have for today, good sir? Okay, the water spirit Jabun. Alright, perfect. Okay, so give him the pictograph box, and he'll repeat the process for 50 rupees. Okay.
Well, isn't this a fine pictograph?
Certainly is indeed, but how did you take it? Was there like a pictograph box strapped to a wall in the cave and it just went off or something? Nah, who can tell? A great pictographer never shares his secrets. Now does he? Okay, so... that's our fourth one. Alright, back to Forest Haven. Okay, show Carlov a picture of Jabun. Or Jabun. I don't really know how his name's pronounced. Alright, so... yeah, despite the fact that all these pictures are in sepia tones, he accepts them. Okay, so with Jabun's picture, that'll complete off the Outset Island section of the Nintendo Gallery. Welcome, Scooty! The figurine you requested is ready! I know I always say this, but this is some of the best work I've done in quite a while. Go in that door there to check it out. I put it in the third room from the right. My right. Alright, so yeah. In here is a completed figurine gallery. And there's Jabun. So yeah. Yeah, the whole Outset Island's family, including the wildlife, is present and accounted for in this room. Okay, next one, if you please. Alright, so what does Lenzo have for us today? Let's find out. Okay, the Queen of Fairies. Alright, so... it's kind of a... I just now realized that the Queen of Fairies was basically her design was basically a prototype of Fi from Skyward Sword. Yeah, they just look so similar, but I guess Nintendo directors kind of had the idea of taking inspiration from the Queen of Fairies design to create Fi for Skyward Sword. Anyway. Okay, so pay 50 rupees, and yeah, the little sentient girl who apparently is the queen of all fairies. Well, isn't this a fine pictograph? It certainly is. It's very rare and valuable, and totally implausible. Because I couldn't even get a pictograph myself, so... but whatever. This man has his ways, so... so anyway, back to Forest Haven. Okay, so, Carlov gets to meet the Queen of Fairies. Okay, so yeah, it's kind of a miracle he knows what color to make the clay, considering it's not in color, so... but anyway. Okay, so... Queen of Fairies goes into the room with the Great Sea. The theme being the Great Sea. That's what I meant. Okay, so right next to the Great Fairies is the little girl with the Great Fairy doll in her hands. So yeah, just oh wow, look closely. You can actually it's very subtle, but you can actually see it changing colors. Very nice. Did he add a little LED fiber optic light inside of that figurine? That must be the most logical explanation. Okay, so yeah, this room is almost complete. So yeah, we got a couple more spaces to fill, but I think those two are for the salvage core and a regular fairy. But anyway, let's return to Lenzo for a couple more, and then we'll be done with this part. Okay, so we've got 2 more legendary pictographs, and then we'll have gotten all the legendary pictographs there are to obtain. So, alright, so what does Lenzo have for us today? Wind Sage. Okay, so Fado. Alright. Alright, so Let us see that fine pictograph of Fado. Alright, so yeah, there he is.
Well, isn't this a fine pictograph?
It is indeed a fine pictograph, and honestly, he looks solid. Like you took his pictograph when he was alive. How is that possible? How long has Fado been deceased? He's a spirit. How would he show up in a pictograph? No, don't question it. You'll hurt yourself. Okay, so yeah. Alright. Alright, bingo! Alright, so yeah. Another day of the week goes by, and another pictograph, legendary pictograph is ours. Alright, back to Forest Haven. Okay, give Carlov a picture of the Wind Sage. And bada bing! He is immediately impressed. Okay, so with this one, this will complete the Forest Haven room. Welcome, Scooty! The figurine you requested is ready! I know I always say this, but this is some of the best work I've done in quite a while. In quite a while, I mean a few days, a day or two ago. Go in that door there to check it out. I put it in the first room on the left. My left. Heart. Okay, so yeah. This figurine has been pending for a long time. We took the time to take pictures of each Korok in here. And now we've got a figurine of Fado in here. So apparently he goes in this room too. Alright. Alright, so we got a picture of the Wind Sage. Now I'm guessing that the next one's going to be Laruto, the Earth Sage. Okay, this should be the last of the legendary pictographs. We've gone through each and every day of the week, and we've gotten a legendary pictograph from Lenzo daily. So, and today would be pictograph of the Earth Sage. Alright. Laruto for the win. Okay. Okay, so. So yes, there's Laruto. Well, isn't this a fine pictograph? It is indeed. Although it's completely implausible considering you've taken a picture of a ghost. How have you done that? Never mind. I'll just take it with pleasure. Okay. Alright, so yeah. So yeah, the cycle will continue tomorrow, so there's no use, so there's no point in coming back here. Alright. Dramatic leap in there. Alright, so deliver a pictograph of Laruto in black and white. Okay. Filled with inspiration once again. Okay. This'll do it for the Dragon Roost room. Welcome, Scooty! The figurine you requested is ready! I know I always say this, but this is some of the best work I've done in quite a while. Since yesterday. Go in that door there to check it out. I put it in the second room from the left. My left. Love. Now one might argue that that heart is just an implication of his passion for his figurine making. Okay, so with that, the Dragon Roost room is complete. And there's Laruto. The only aquatic being among a tribe of winged creatures. I won't question it. Okay, so with that, I do believe that there's only a handful of pictographs left to take. But we're gonna have to get them on our own, because that's the last of the legendary pictographs. And like I said, we'll be viewing the entirety of the completed Nintendo gallery once this is all over. Once I've finished the game. Okay, so I know this part was basically just filler, but I wanted to show you. Apparently, the guide I had said that the legendary pictographs cannot be obtained until the second playthrough. That is the biggest load of bullshit I have ever heard. I honestly discovered that you could actually earn them in the first playthrough by accident when I was a kid. I just playfully just wonder what Lenzo's up to. So I talked to him, and apparently, oh, I can go ahead and get the legendary pictographs on the first playthrough? Yay me! So, yeah. You can actually complete your Nintendo gallery on the first playthrough if you're dedicated enough. Alright, that'll do it for this part. In the next parts, we shall actually do something productive. We shall restore the wilted Deku trees we have seen all across the Great Sea. And, yeah, help out Makar's brethren. Makar is doing his duty by keeping the Master Sword at full power, and we should return the favor by helping out his brethren. And I guess while we're here, we may as well drop by Hollow's place and just give him some Boko Baba seeds. We've had these in our bag for a while, and we have no other use for them. We can always sell them to Beetle, I guess. But anyway, we've spent enough time here. Most of it I cut out for obvious reasons. Alright, so we will continue in the next part. So thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, and if you would leave a comment and or like, that would be most appreciated. Until next time on The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker, this is ToonGamer23, signing out. And yeah, you may wonder what Carlov does on his downtime. Probably just sculpt some of his own figurines for his own benefit or something else that I probably shouldn't think too hard about. I promise I won't think of anything dirty.